Hi folks, today I'm in Bowling Green, Kentucky on Mary's Travel Blog, and we're going to the old train museum. So come along with me. And this is the old Bowling Green train station. From back in the day. And this is the old Bowling Green train station. From back in the day.
It'll be interesting and obviously ask questions while we're out there. I did want to give you a little bit of history on the L&N Railway as well as this depot building we're in before we head out. L&N started in the 1850s, and in particular what the initial route was Louisville to Nashville, Nashville to Louisville. That was it. And what it replaced, by putting the train tracks in and taking a train, what it replaced was 2 days of hard riding by horseback or stagecoach to make that journey. And so it reduced it to a 9-hour train ride between those two towns. You can do it on the interstate now in about 3.5 hours. But back then, 9 hours on the train seemed much more palatable than taking a horseback ride for 2 days in the weather and all the conditions you deal with there. So anyway, the railway was successful. It expanded all the way north to Cincinnati, Ohio, all the way south to New Orleans, Louisiana, and then there were east-west junctures set up to go to Atlanta and St. Louis as well. So it grew exponentially. During the 1860s in particular, L&N was noted for transporting both Confederate soldiers and Union soldiers during the Civil War. They were doing both sides. Halfway through the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln was apprised that this was going on, and he said, no.
Has there been fighting going on the trains?
No, it was relatively civil from what I understand, but he said you can't do both. Either you're going to be pro-Union or pro-Confederate. You can't do both. And so he sent a letter to Milton Smith, the founding president, and said, hey, you've got to make a choice. Either you're going to support the Union or you're going to support the Confederacy, one of the two. And it was a Louisville-based company north of the Mason-Dixon line, so geographically they chose to support the Union. I suspect if the headquarters had been in Nashville, it might have been a totally different decision.
It probably would have been. Just
based on proximity. Even though, there is a freight train going by right now, that's good. That's the first freight service I've seen here today, and they usually have 5 or 6 runs go through here during the day here. Anyway, even though the railway was doing very well, there was not a passenger stop here in Bowling Green. And there's a reason for it. There's a story behind it. The founding president had been arrested in Bowling Green as a young man for disorderly conduct. They threw him in jail overnight to dry out. And he never forgot that. He was annoyed that he was in jail. And so he didn't care how big Bowling Green was. It was third largest town in Kentucky, growing in leaps and bounds, but no passenger service. He says, I don't care how big Bowling Green gets, I'm not putting service there. And it'll be over my dead body. So it was over his dead body. When he passed on, his son inherited the railway in 1921. And in 1925, 4 years later, Bowling Green did have passenger service. This is the original depot from 1925. The benches you're sitting on are from 1925. This is the one piece of furnishings that has survived this whole time. Don't ask me who all the initials are on them, but these oak benches are 99 years old. They'll be 100 next year, and they've held up very well.
Wow.
It's that tracks. Plastic wood lead, I think.
Post office.
This is a fun car to talk about. This postal car was built in 1913. There's only a few of these on display throughout the United States. We got one of them. Excuse me, sir. Okay.
Oh wow, London, Baghdad.
You made it kind Go in, make a semicircle. We're going to watch a video here.
Okay.
Diesel engines used to sit where these signs are, but they've been removed. It'd be a lot hotter and a lot more cramped if those diesel engines were here.
Ooh.
Another semicircle right here, please. You can just take up all the room here. The person I wanted to highlight to you, the Louisville National Railway, and this is who Charles Corral interviewed. And let's hear what Billy has to say about driving a passenger train. O'clock in the morning in 1900, and
Sure.
of the
Okay.
locomotive engineering chair, and you'll see it over here. We'll just do a rotation.
And just go out where you're at.
Yeah, just go over there, take pictures, and then rotate down. But we'll get everyone who wants to go up there to go through.
Okay. Well, it's like an oven up here.
Careful those steps.
Yes, definitely.
You know, there was no air conditioning back then.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's like
Got
sauna.
it? Okay.
Oh,
There's a bunch of controls and levers up there, but with this heat, I drew. This was donated back to the museum, and it came without that seat, and they're still trying to find the replica. What is that seat?
boy, these look like submarine doors or space doors.
Worked on the rails back in the 1800s all the way up to World War II. They collected mail on the fly and delivered mail on the fly. There wasn't home delivery. You went to the post office and got your mail, or the train station where there was a postal outlet, and that's where you picked up your mail. There was no home delivery. But here's how the rail service used to deliver the mail. They had these catcher hooks. And they didn't have time to stop in all these towns to hand deliver. What they did do is, let's say that pouch out there is from Bowling Green, it's mail that has to go elsewhere. They'd use this catcher hook to get that at going 70 miles an hour, pull up on this hook, catch that bag anywhere in the middle, and then it comes up along here onto the hook, pull it off, give it to the co-workers, and say, okay, we can sort and distribute this mail. So they had to get good at it. You know, I'm sure sometimes they missed and they'd have to get it the next route or whatever, but that's what their goal was, to use this catcher hook. Likewise, delivery of, let's say this gray pouch here is for Bowling Green, put it up on the edge of the door and kick it as hard as they can at the train station.
So you better not send no crystal.
Don't send any fragile items. But there was no other competition. There was no FedEx, there was no Amazon delivery, there was none of that. It was just the mail service. So they kick it at the train station. It could not be a wimpy kick, because if it was wimpy, it would get sucked in. Yeah, it would get sucked in by the vacuum created by the rail car. So that's how they delivered. And I even had a woman who grew up in North Dakota. She says, yeah, when the train came through town, we knew we could go to the train station 30 minutes later and pick up our mail, because it was there.
Wow.
That's how it happened. The jobs in home delivery, that all happened after World War II, when everyone was coming back and needed jobs. That's when the Postal Service expanded.
Oh.
Okay, take a look around. And a lot of rocker gangs would go after.
A small, boneless puppy crept in unnoticed, made himself right at home among the nail
Years ago.
That's interesting.
Flip on that table to make sure it's real linen tablecloth with china. Eliminate plasticware like you get on airplanes. Yeah.
Or air conditioners on.
Oh, it feels better in here. It
How
does.
much?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess you can section it off too.
So this dining car can serve up to 48 people. The distinction there with first class is you're closer to the kitchen. Maybe your food's a little bit warmer when you get it. I don't know. But if you were in Tennessee or Kentucky, your main entrees were kept things cold. So they had to get ice repeatedly along the trip. Okay. The mirror cabinet that you see right behind you is the liquor cabinet. They could sell liquor by the drink. Staff's not here, otherwise who knows. But they could serve in wet counties. If it was a dry county, they had to lock it up and not serve. So, you know, let's say you're on a route, you're going from Cincinnati all the way to New Orleans. I'm sure the staff could let you know, hey, we're coming up on a dry county. You sure you don't want to buy something right now? And and keep you going to that dry county. 2 kitchens on board, a cold kitchen, which is to the left of that mirror, and then the hot kitchen is to the right. But go ahead and walk towards the
For making treats.
The galley kitchen.
water.
Okay.
Serving of water there.
Oh.
And butcher's right here, and then this is the hot kitchen.
Oh, okay, there's the skillets.
So that if something spilled, it would go down through the slats, you wouldn't be stepping in it while you're working, and then at the next stop they'd lift up the wood and clean it out. How many houses are there?
There is a back door.
Yeah.
And here is the bathroom on the train. No shower, just a little toilet and...
They might have a shower somewhere.
Okay.
Or if you're in third class.
You gotta bring baby wipes.
Oh, sorry, this is not the Emirates. Okay.
I like the fact that them beds up above the bed.
Yep, their bed's up above it.
Oh, I see.
This water to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Here's the
Dixie
one that's
cups.
open there.
Okay.
Even Dixie cups will go on back there. Oh, this is the
And here's the bed.
Right?
Big ones.
Yeah, that one's folded out. You can see it folded out.
Oh, okay, these are the bigger bathrooms here. Second class.
Yeah.
Good. Cubicle, maybe. Seeing bunk beds.
I guess the bed is then up there on that wall.
Privacy, private toilets, private sinks. Notice the messaging on the door. The toilet says, kindly flush when you're on the open railroad. If you're stopped in town, don't flush. No holding tank.
A little toilet here.
Residential suite.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why it feels so good. It feels the best.
Oh yeah.
You
That's
still
the
got,
perks you get when
you know, I guess,
Man, it's still a toilet in the bedroom.
I guess in the
that's when you get the food.
1900s, if you had dysentery, that'd be a good thing. You could just go right. Yeah.
Our car.
Not a big bathtub, but a bathtub shower. Wow. Look, oh, look at this, man.
And here's the dining. Here's the china. Here's the dining room.
Office there, office space.
And there's the computer of the day, or the typewriter of the day. Oh, this feels really good after being in all those hot cars. And folks, this feels really good after being in all those hot cars.
Oh my goodness, look at this. This is just pure luck. Another bathtub.
Bathroom. It's like a joining bathroom.
Can you go
Jack and Jill.
Yeah, it's like Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill bathroom. Sink. Small tub.
Yeah, the tubs are little, aren't they? That's
It's a small train. Oh, well, I like the air conditioning here.
we were out in this one.
And donations.
I'd like to call this meeting to order.
Oh, I like this.
There'll be a pop quiz as far as the order that we saw these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mail car, engine car,
You
mail
should,
car.
you should show this in person. If anybody doesn't choose to move on, they can just kind
They
of
can just stay here and talk to business people about things that they wanted to do business-wise. You could light up a cigar or a pipe. You could have your bourbon and water
Can
back
we do
here
that now?
and socialize.
Just leave her
She
on the
doesn't love
train.
pattern.
Just leave her on the train.
Pick her up like the mailbag on the
There you go.
Thanks, lady.
Kick her out like they do on
She's
the
got us on more than one airplane.
Yeah.
What's
Right
that?
on.
By the way.
Do what?
I said she's gotten us thrown off more than one airplane.
There's a few hours
Sorry
afraid to
about
get
that.
on when I
Yeah,
was
get
shooting.
mad, I get mad. I get even.
It's on don't fly list.
Right.
Oh my.
Most countries.
I had to drive 10 hours with her yesterday.
And you know they no Wi-Fi. Otherwise you could have a big screen TV up here, but there's
Yeah,
no
we
Wi-Fi to
know.
pick up back then. But
We
they did
know.
have an AM radio to listen to local news.
So you can hear
No,
what
No,
she
you
does.
had to listen to the ball game.
Or the ball game. There you go. Now
Or Harry
Watch the
Truman
Sooners
talking.
kick the OSU.
So what? So this is like 50s, 1950s, or just older? than that?
30s.
30s. Okay.
30s.
So this has
Year
been
you were
during
born.
the Depression year.
Prior to
That's
World
right.
War II.
So-
How much longer before they get the medical car?
Oh, yeah, there's 3 cars that they're working on to add to the tour, so we'll go from 5 cars to 8 cars, but next year it'll be, sir.
Next year.
The medical cars come along pretty well, but there's a U.S. Army World War II hospital car.
And that's free to us the next time because it wasn't here now.
I don't think so.
Depends on how big your donation is in a minute.
We got to get your name and picture up before you.
I think
Any
she's
post
gonna
office
be on. I
has
got a
it.
feeling she's going to be on YouTube somewhere.
Any post
Check
office
it
has
out.
my picture.
The World War II hospital car is going to be neat. I've been inside that one. It's coming along real well. You can look at it from the outside right now, but we have people that work on it on weekends, volunteer time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the second car that's being worked on, the farthest one down, is a caboose, red with yellow trim. Haven't been inside it. I don't know much about it. And then the car in between is really going to be a neat story to talk about. It's a Jim Crow passenger car. Blacks sit on one side, whites on the other, luggage in between.
Wow.
Separate but equal
What are your
facilities.
comments on that?
Oh.
Looks
Do
like
you all
your
have any
comments.
connections with the other railroad museums in Kentucky?
Yeah, I don't have it personally, but I know darn well that our
Yeah.
director does. And there's collaboration all the time in terms of sharing people that
Yeah,
want
I
to
think so.
do it, and and I'm sure that they get some good entries if they want to go to one of the other ones, like Old Kentucky Railroad up in Bardstown or
Yeah.
something like
They
that.
all come in here and collaborate.
Yeah.
They've got one in New Haven and one in Versailles that we've been to.
Okay.
The one in, I think it's New Haven, has a...
Welcome to Mary's Travel Blog and Dam in Bowling Green, Kentucky at the old train station. Lots of history here. And these are some buildings or some trains. They're not on hospital car, an army car, and a caboose. And this is the medical department hospital unit car. And Glasgow Railway Company. The L&N, and this is the caboose, people. Here and this is the cargo, one of the cargo trains, CSX. gift shop at the model of the trains here. There's Old Bowling Green Station, and got quite time to do all this today, but circus train, train conductor, Ringling Brothers, crossing sign. Some nice fine china. Pullman Company.
Stay there until the train left the station.
Years.
The meaning, really. But
model trains on. Model trains. The gift package. Oh, okay. Oh, right here.
Yeah, just push that.
One of them will come on.
The one, well, those are the one. That one's down below here.
No.
There's a glass.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah, I guess this has been in the works for years. I never actually went and stayed all night on one and ate. Yeah.
And some of these old trains. Trains galore.
Well, I think the next.
I love to ride.
And this is the front room of the Bowling Green train station. And look at all the murals. And it looks like today they're getting ready for a wedding reception. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please click subscribe and check out my other videos. As I said, I try to do local videos around Kentucky, and I hope to see you all next video. So bye, thanks for watching. See you later. Restaurant. Gorgeous room here. Hi folks, this is the Bowling Green train station. This is the front of it. Hi folks, this is the Bowling Green Rail Park in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So come on over if you're in Bowling Green, Kentucky and stop on in. Find me a house next or? Okay. Hi, I'm Mary's Travel Blog, and right now I'm here at a place called Cheney's Dairy Barn in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I'm about to have dinner and I think some ice cream. So come along with me and we'll see what they have. Now, if you're from Bowling Green, I also hear a rumor that Big Red may be a customer here. Milk jars.
And some people from Peru, some people from Gambia, Romania, a lot of people from England.
Of course, Cheney's has t-shirts. And to me, folks, prices look rather reasonable here. Now this place is huge. It's humongous. And look at all the ice creams that they have. and the moo cow, and drink Chinese milk. And of course we're going to get some ice cream up next. And then I want and then I'm gonna want honey bourbon. That you're out of that one? Okay, I'm make it bourbon crunch then. And then whatever she's getting. Big Red Rumble. And
They have to cook.
And yes, there are people playing out here at Cheney's Dairy Barn. Well past the night. Tonight's also movie night here.